Welcome to today's episode of the Reddit Reviewer, where entitled parents try to steal kittens and assault innocent bystanders with Lysol. Well, let's begin. This first post is by Kono, and it's titled, I know the store owner and you're going to be banned. So about a month back, I was doing food shopping for a neighbor. They recently injured their leg and sent me to get some food. They gave me money and sent me on my way. I spent over 10 minutes in the queue, and when I got to the counter, an entitled mother pushed me out of the way, saying that I cut ahead of her. When I got pushed, I fell over and hurt my knee, and cursed as it was quite painful, and the entitled mother thought I was talking to her. She insulted me, which I handled well until she said, redhead racial slur that begins with the letter N. I get up, look her dead in the eye, and do nothing for a few seconds. Then I say, if you think you can call anyone that, then you deserve a boot lodged up your fat, entitled butt. I am normally a very calm person, and a few other people there knew me well, so the fact that I screamed was probably a shock. The entitled mother said that she was on her way to shake hands with the president, and was not going to wait for an idiot boy to rub his two brain cells together. She turned to me and said, my cousin's friend's wife is the manager, and you're getting banned for life. This is very funny, and the manager saw everything, and she said, actually, you're the one getting banned, and the police are getting called for disruptive behavior and child abuse. Long story short, this woman was arrested and was under the influence and now has to spend 3 months in jail. Alright, starting this one out with a bang. Pushy, drunk, entitled, and racist to boot. 9 out of 10 Karens. On to the next story. This was posted by LazyGuy98 and is titled, Hippity Hoppity, Hand My Entitled Kid Your Property. So, where do I start? This event happened only hours ago. I was riding on the bus to return home from work. It's about a half-hour ride. Most of the times, I'm on my phone, listening to some music while scrolling through Reddit or playing games. Today, I decided to just listen to music and have a snack. I always carry croissants in my bag with strawberry jelly and butter. No more than 2 minutes after I got my croissant out of my bag, I feel a tap on the back of my shoulder. I turn around and who do I see? The mad Titan Karen and her little spawn. The conversation went something like this. Me. Yes? Entitled mother. Excuse me, young man, but do you think my son can have that? Points at my croissant. He hasn't eaten anything all day, and I've been too busy to get him some food. Me. Sorry, but this is the only one I have, and entitled mother cuts me off. Don't make it such a big deal. It's only a dumb croissant. I'm sure you have more in your bag. I can see from here that it's full of stuff. Me. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Either way, it's not really your business. Now, please, leave me alone. Entitled kid. Mommy, you said I can have a croissant. Yes, honey, but that mean person won't give you the croissant. Turns to me. See, you're making my baby sad. Give him the croissant now. Me. No, I'm not giving your kid my snack. And don't blame this on me. It's your bad parenting and you should blame. Teaching your child to take food from strangers? Who in their right mind does that? Entitled mother. How dare you talking to me like that? You know I'm old enough to be your mother. Give me that. Entitled mother then tries to grab either my croissant or my bag out of my hands. She probably thought I had more in it, which I didn't. But with that act in place, I pushed entitled mother away from me and she fell on the bus floor. She then started yelling about how I assaulted her and that she's going to sue me. The bus stopped and the driver hopped off his seat and stormed our way. And you could tell he was not happy. The bus driver. What the heck is going on here? Entitled mother. He assaulted me. Please, call the police. This man is crazy. Me. You assaulted me first. I just defended myself. The bus driver. Yeah, cut the crap. I saw you from the camera. Bus drivers in my county have installed security cameras so they can see what is going on in their bus from a little monitor at the driving seat. But, get off my bus before I call the cops on you. The toddler mother then grabbed her kid, who's now crying and throwing a tantrum, and left the bus. The bus driver asked if I was okay. I told him yes, and he made a joke about how crazy that woman was to make me laugh. What a nice guy. Okay, well, honestly, the original poster really said it best himself. What kind of parent do you have to be to not only not feed your child, but to also blindly try to take food from strangers to try to give to them? It's just ridiculous. This entitled parent gets a 10 out of 10 calls to DSS. Next story. This next post is titled, Entitled Mother Doesn't Get That She's Not Entitled to Kittens or My Personal Space. It's posted by The Fuzzy One. I work as a volunteer/adoption coordinator for a local animal rescue group. It's a pretty small organization that I've been with for quite some time now. We don't have our own shelter, but we're partnered with a couple of pet supply chain stores that help us get some of our animals out in the open for people to see, specifically the company where the pets go. Well, in light of the COVID-19 crisis, and given that our governor issued a shelter-at-home order, we decided that, despite the fact that the store was staying open to serve the community, we would be pulling our cats out of the in-store habitat and placing them with fosters until this whole situation calms down. We did this for the safety of our volunteers, and so that we don't create another gathering point where people will undoubtedly mash their faces and hands on the habitat to try and pet the cats through the door. I went in yesterday to meet our foster and to do a deep clean of the habitat itself. I showed up a bit before our foster did in worn-out gym clothes with my earbuds in. The staff all wear jeans, a store-branded shirt, and a name tag. I decided to get a head start on cleaning while waiting for the foster to show. I set up the foldable barriers they use for their puppy training classes to prevent people from getting in my way or accidentally touching the cleaning chemicals. The store was mostly empty, but I wanted to be on the safe side. Our story begins, as so many do on this sub, with some witchy Karen flying out of the ether with her spawn in tow. Excuse me, does anyone work around here? I've been looking for someone to help me for almost 30 minutes now, and I can't find anyone. Me. I'm sorry about that, ma'am. The staff are all in front. They must have thought the store was still empty. Points to staff. There they are. Why can't you help me? Oh, I don't work for the store. I volunteer with the rescue group. Entitled mother. So, me. So, I don't know where everything you're looking for is. The manager over there can help you. Entitled mother. Ugh, your generation just doesn't understand good customer service at all. Heaven forbid you should ever take out your headphones and help a customer. I can't believe your boss lets you wear those in front of customers. Manager, who's a super chilled older dude, walks over after seeing entitled mother harassing me. Manager. How can I help you, ma'am? Entitled mother. Are you the manager? Manager. Yes. Entitled mother. You should really have a talk with your employee here. He was very rude to me and refused to help. Manager. He doesn't work here. Entitled mother. What do you mean he doesn't work here? Do you let random people clean the store? Manager. He's a volunteer for the rescue group we've partnered with. They're responsible for the habitat, not us. I can help you find what you're looking for. Entitled mother says, fine. I'm looking for an item for her dog. The manager walks off with her and listens to her about how the store has no employees around. Knowing this manager, he's probably tuning her out. His staff are already really good at their jobs. They probably legitimately thought the store was empty. I went back to cleaning, and our foster mom showed up to pick up the 2 kittens we had in the habitat. We greeted each other, and I let her behind my barrier to come pull out the kittens. We made small talk for a few minutes, thanking her for being so understanding about the whole situation, when entitled mother comes back for more. As she approaches, we're pulling the kittens out of the habitat and loading them into carriers to be taken. Entitled mother's spawn notices. Entitled kid. Mommy, I want to pet the kitty. Entitled mother. Of course, sweetie. Looks at foster. Can we hold the kittens, please? My son wants to play with it. Me. I'm sorry, ma'am. We're not allowing visitation right now. Entitled mother. You're letting her hold them. Me. She's our foster mom. She's being kind enough to home them for a while until this health crisis calms down. Entitled Mother. Well, can't we just hold them for a few minutes? Me. I'm sorry, but no. We're doing all we can to minimize human contact now. Any other time, I would say yes, but we're trying to be as cautious as possible, especially since it's not confirmed whether or not this disease is transmittable to pets. Entitled Mother. I'm not sick. With all due respect, unless you were tested for the virus in the last 15 minutes, neither of us knows that for sure. I do not wish to jeopardize your health or ours. Please understand. Ugh, you're being so dramatic. It's just the flu. You should stop listening to the lamestream media and learn some facts. Entitled Kid, now crying. I want to pet the kitty. I wanna. Now, you made my son cry. Fine. I want to take one of those kittens home myself. How much are they? Me. They're $100 each to adopt, but it's not that easy. You need to fill out an application. Oh, for goodness sakes, they're just cats. I can go find one on the street. What's the big deal? Me. We want them to go to good homes that will fit their personalities and your lifestyle. We ask for an application and an interview with our adoption coordinator to ensure that no one winds up in the wrong home. And you don't think I take care of my animals? Not at all, man. This is just our process. We need to make sure that the cats we adopt go to homes where they'll do well in, and that the family that takes them will mesh with the cat's personality. Please respect it. Any other animal shelter will require you to do the same. I don't care. My son wants to hold the cat. Let him hold it now. No. Fine. I'll be waiting in the parking lot for them. Maybe you'll change your tune when you're not on camera. Excuse me, did you just threaten me and my animals? I don't know about that. Maybe I did. Maybe you can hand one of those cats over and we'll call it even. Oh, heck no. Manager, who was watching from a distance, runs over at the speed of a spry but still elderly gentleman. What's wrong, fuzzy one? Me. Call the police. This lady just threatened to assault our foster and steal her cats. Manager pulls the phone off his belt and immediately calls the cops. Panicking, the woman grabs her still sobbing kid and books it out of the store, abandoning her cart. Manager tells the police to cancel the call because the lady just bounced. We waited and watched for a few minutes to make sure Karen didn't come back and that our foster was safe. We had Karen's face on camera, so they know to watch for her next time. I hope she does try to adopt from us. It'll be the fastest denial I've ever had the pleasure of issuing. I am so happy to hear that this poster stuck to their principles when faced with the Karening. Good thing they got her to leave before she could threaten to leave that 1-star review. After an extensive survey of our studio audience, we have determined that 7 out of 10 crazy cat ladies named Karen were infuriated by this story. On to the next story. This one's entitled Mother at the Park, posted by Dark Vegan. Hey all, as you guys know, it's Corona time and people are basically quarantined in their homes. I've been stuck at home for days now, and it really sucks, so I decided to go to one of the parks next to my house for a quick breather. Keep in mind I went alone because of the whole social distancing, and my family decided to take turns going out because the police have started to hand out tickets to people in our area in groups of 2 or more. So, I go to this park, and behind the park, there's a nice trail for people to go for walks, runs, ride bikes, etc. on. So anyway, I'm on my way to the trail, and behind me I hear screaming. I'm quite tall and like to wear hoodies and hats even when it's not sunny, just because. And this entitled mother comes running up to me with a can of Lysol disinfectant spray and tries to hose me down. Because of the corona situation, I'm wearing a mask, so none of it gets in my mouth. But it has just been sprayed all over my new hoodie. I know it won't do too much harm if it's clean soon, but I'm still mad, and our conversation went like this. Me. What the frick? Why did you do that? Entitled mother. You might infect my poor baby with the virus. Ma'am, I don't have any of the symptoms. I have an excellent immune system, and I don't have any respiratory problems either. I just want to get some fresh air. Well, so do we, and I'm going to ask you very nicely to leave the park. You're not keeping social distance and are trying to get me sick. As she said that, 3 more very embarrassed looking moms stepped out of the lady's car and just stood there. That gave me an idea to light an even bigger fire. Lol. Ma'am, I think you're the one not keeping social distance. You have a car full of people, and it's much more likely that you'll be the one infecting me. The entitled mother goes nuts. I will call the police and get you arrested for not keeping distance, and I will sue you for trying to get me infected. So, before she could call the police, I did myself. They showed up and asked for both of our stories, and I explained what she did and showed them my soaked hoodie that smelled like fake lemons and soap. Entitled Mother's story is all about me trying to cough on her kid and spitting on her car and stuff like that. Anyway, she and all of her stupid friends all got a $500 ticket. They were told to leave the park and stay at home, and I got off with a warning, as I was alone and trying to keep my distance. But hey, I got to stay at the park. Nothing crazy like arrest, but at least those witches learned their lesson. Now this poster is definitely my newest hero. After being doused with disinfectant, he still manages to mop the floor with those miscreant mothers and walk away clean. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in to the Reddit Reviewer. Remember, if you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And until next time, remember, hide your pets, hide your breakfast, stay out of the park, because crazy Karens are getting entitled with everyone up in here. Stay safe, my friends.